you're with me today in the Vizcaya village, and I'm going to give you a brief tour of this space. It's kind of like a taste for people to come and do the tour on March 9th, this Saturday at noon, so we hope you can make it. The village is a really interesting space for us. You can see it behind me is actually a structure called the Superintendent's house. That structure is one of 11 existing historic buildings that make up the village. The village was constructed to help sustain the entire estate. It provided agricultural functions and also places for staff to live full-time on the estate. The village has not been accessible to the public for many decades. Vizcaya is now working towards stabilizing all the buildings, restoring the spaces, and also experimenting with programming over here. One of those programs you can see right behind me is our kitchen garden. And so we use this as a pilot garden to experiment with ideas for the future of the garden based in farm-to-table programs, thinking about sustainability and resiliency in the future. So we do hope to reclaim areas to have greenhouses here and work with the public with not just horticulture, but a deep, thoughtful, and intentional agricultural program. So let's see, we're going to walk a little bit, and I'm going to take you to what is known as the farm quad. And that area consists of a series of buildings that were both apartments but also for utilitarian functions. This pathway here that we're walking down is really quite beautiful. That's Alex, our digital media manager here at Vizcaya. She's helping me with tech on this today. This area here is just sort of a pathway leading from one area of the village to another. And we're also experimenting here with trying to reclaim a former habitat that was here. So this whole area was known as a habitat called the Pine Rocklands, and we're trying to figure out with community partners how to reclaim that and regrow that habitat. We also hope to use it as a buffer to an area near the Science Museum to separate the village from what's known as Bay Heights. So it's a nice quiet morning. So we're entering the what's known as the farm quad. I guess I'll try to walk backwards. And so this is a beautiful area, and thinking about the future of the village, we hope for this to be a hub for education, learning, conservation, and preservation. So we have a series of buildings here. What you're looking behind me now is known as the Mule Barn. There is the poultry house, the dairy barn, and this was the wagon shed behind me here. These buildings will play a central role in advancing the village with our master plan, which is to take over these buildings, have actual classrooms, teaching kitchens. In the poultry house behind me, we hope to have open storage and conservation labs where people can come and learn about our conservation and preservation efforts, and also just have access to staff and pieces of the collection that are not on display, whether in the village or the main house. So anyway, that's to give you just a taste of the village. Again, the tour is on March 9th at noon, and we hope you can join us. Thank you.